It's that bigger one who says when they don't like people, then I'll listen because it's more, she gets along with everyone. Now, if you tell me I don't like this person, which she has, and when she said, I was like, yep, can't be here. Okay. It's time to move on. But the other, she don't like nobody. You know that. She likes absolutely no one. I can't use her as a meter to really gauge someone on whether or not, like, no, you don't belong here. But the other one who's very open and friendly with everybody, then yes. But I have been in that situation where, you know, I'm not going to deal with you anymore because of my kids. My kids come first. That's it. That's all. If you can't get with that program, then you can't get with me. Like, we are a package deal. We come together. You're either with all three of us or you're not. It's one way or the other.
Wow.
So definitely, kids can definitely be a determining factor of whether or not you get married or not. So if you have children and you're dating someone, evaluate your kids. Are your kids crazy? Or is it actually the other individual that's crazy? Who's causing the issue here? Can you guys work through those problems? Can y'all sit down and talk as a unit? Do you want this to move forward? I mean, but a lot of times you need to listen to your kids. I mean, look at what's happening in this day and age. I very well know someone who is now in jail. I don't know if he's been sentenced yet, but he killed his chick's girlfriend. I mean, the girlfriend's daughter. Killed her. Killed the little girl. Like, are you kidding me? You got to be careful. And if they're showing signs where I don't like this person or individual, yeah, it's definitely time to walk away. But at the same time, you being an adult, you should kind of know that. But you also have to kind of gauge, like, is this just my kid being, you know, selfish? Because there are incidents where that happens and the kid just wants to be a brat and be like, no. You know, they're just, that happens.
But see, that would ward, if I were the dude or the woman coming into that would deflect me out, because I would have said, your kid is crazy and I'm not getting ready to deal with this because this isn't something that's going to go away.
Right. But what if you sit down and talk about it, though?
Well,
what if we can come to a happy medium where we're working on it? Like, maybe you need to go to counseling. And this is only if this is something that the both of you, both adults in this case, are like, you know, you are who I want. You are who I want. Oh my gosh, we have to work it out. Okay, this could be a fairy tale ending, but if you're not willing to work on it, and sometimes people, they just stay out of the kid's way. I'm going to let your parent handle it. You go talk to your parent. What I think can be very awkward.
But they're actually coming to you? They're coming to you saying they have a problem. You're like, no, you need to go talk to them?
No, I'm saying, you know, let's say, for example, they get in trouble at school. You need to let that parent handle it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Can't come to a middle ground with
I definitely agree with that, because it's like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Unless
it's different.
Unless they're sick and need to be picked up and I just need to drop them off.
Yeah.
But to have a conversation, excuse me, with administrator or something because of something they've done. Oh, absolutely.
But it is different when you've possibly been with the child's parent since the kid was either born or very little. I think you'll play a more significant role.
Right, but if I'm the only one you know, yes, I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
If your parents are alive and just not together, no, that's not for me to interfere with that. That's your parents' deal to deal with. That's my personal, that they're alive and whatever's going on, you know. Well, and I was with somebody and they have a child, and for whatever reason, you know, they got all bent out of shape, and it took many, many years. They wanted their parents to get together. But the thing was...
They wanted them to get back together?
They were never... When they were alive, they were never together. But that was always in the back of the child's head, that I want my parents to get back together. But she never saw them together. When, you know, born conscious, they weren't together at all.
They just had a kid.
Yeah. And the kid was like, oh, you know, and didn't want to warm up to me. I was like, and to go back on something one of our parents said, but anyway, but I was like, after that, I understood. I was like, that's your kid.
Yeah.
I'm not here. You don't need to push them on me. I don't need to be a part of that. And if that's the way that's going to go, then that's the way that's going to go. Don't ask me for, yeah, and then they came over. We were doing something, and I asked them to do something. And they went back to their dad and said, she asked me to do this. Do I have to do that? I looked.
And see, that right there, to me, and I kind of have a different stance on that. That right there, to me, just shows why building those relationships are important. My thing is, if I got to be around you, if I live in the household with you, and your kids are there, my kids are there, your kids are there, we need to have a happy medium. We need to be able to get along. My thing is, I'm not going to walk around and walk past you in the house. You're not going to walk past me and not speak. That's just not how I'm going to operate. In my opinion, I don't like that. You don't have to call me mom.
Right.
I don't have to call you son or daughter.
This was even just a visit, and I never hit.
But at the same time, it's like, if you're going to be over there,
if
you're going to be there,
you need to act like you have some sense.
Correct. And it's all about the respect. So, just to break it down, you might not be getting married because it's your kids. So maybe somebody don't like your kids don't like that other person. I don't know. But check your kids. Check it out. And see what's really going down there.
Money, kids.
I got one for you.
In-laws.
I was just about to say family.
Yep.
Boy, I can tell y'all about some family. I tell you. I'm not going to get too detailed. But folks, it's crazy. I.e. someone who's sitting here with me today.
Boom! Yes, I have to admit, I'm going to ask 20 questions because I'm going to get the answers. And from those 20 questions, personally, yes, I ask random questions. And I'm going to ask 20 questions. Now, if you choose not to answer me on any of these questions, you've already sunk your ship with me. Too late. Time out. I'm done.
But at the same time.
But these are basic questions. These are basic questions. Basic questions. These are basic questions. This was one of the questions I asked. What's your last name? And I couldn't get an answer. Okay, I said, well, maybe they didn't hear me. Let me try something else. Well, what do you do? And you want to hear the answer I got? Okay, I know you do, and I'm going to share it with you. This was the answer. Okay, so what does that indicate to anyone? Not positivity. So it did not indicate anything positive. And I'm like, okay, what? I'm like, you can't answer any question.
Maybe they were nervous.
Please.
I'm going to say they were nervous.
No, I'm going to say that's a big fat no.
Yes.
No.
But in-laws can definitely ruin a relationship.
Can, but I'm just asking 20 questions because that's my normal and it's not ruining. How do you feel, in-laws? I know she hates my 20 questions.
In-laws can definitely family, and before they become in-laws, they can be they'll be just the other person's family, of course, because we're asking why won't you marry me?
Well, do you okay? So based on me and your interaction with 20 questions, now
I could just tell you based off of anyone that I've ever dated. Your family crazy. Yes, they are.
Like, wait a minute, but the ones you dated, their family ain't no better. We just haven't met them.
But yeah, y'all. Why do you all need to meet their family?
Well, some of them I already knew, and they didn't know better. So how are they?
But
not
they
just
weren't mean
crazy?
to me. They didn't ask me
Wait
no
a minute.
20 questions.
I was with my 20 questions. I wasn't mean.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh!
Definitely.
I even asked a family friend who she's like our other sister. He answered every one of my 20 questions. I said, okay, you're over here. She's like, our sister, I'm getting ready to ask you 20 questions. They're going to come in rapid fire. Are you ready? Go. And he answered every last question that I asked.
This is why I'm not married yet, because she asked too many questions.
But he answered them and didn't have any. Okay, go. And I just boom, boom, boom. And he answered them all. So why do you feel, if I'm trying to get to know you, I'm trying to make the assessment whether I want to be bothered with you or not. Okay. So, and if you are a good influence or positive for my sister and you don't feel that I should ask that, you could be a serial killer.
Well, let's see. When you asked these 20 questions, I'm pretty sure they were on their way. They were already engaged when you asked those 20 questions. Yes, they were. When you asked your 20 questions for any of the individuals that I've brought around, it was a month in. There's a huge difference. Let me warm up to the... Yes. Okay. Let me warm up to the individual first. because we don't even know where we're going at that point.
Well, but that's what
questions need to be asked.
I didn't ask anything out of the basic. What's your name? How many brothers and sisters you have? This, that, and other. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't say, are you going to marry my sister? Where y'all going to live? What kind of job you got? What kind of fancy? What kind of W-2 you got? Some other kids know nobody.
And again, this is how family can hinder you from getting married.
But again, I didn't ask those questions. When I asked the basic question, okay, what's your last name? You can't answer that?
Maybe he was nervous.
Oh, please. What's your last name? Okay, well, what do you do for a living? Still, same answer. What? Is it one of those things you got to tell me?
Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Could be. It's a possibility.
No.
But I don't think I am for this one. So
no.
I'm just saying maybe guidelines need to be set for family members. When you bring someone else around, here are the questions that are allowed to be asked. Here are the topics of discussion for the evening. Let's not wander off of here, and let's keep it centralized and
what's your
I don't want
last
to say
name?
Professional, but professional.
You can keep it professional. That's fine.
And
but
kind.
I don't feel. But as I said, the other ones answered my question, so I don't really feel why one of them didn't. The other ones did. Yeah.
Everybody is different though.
Even Buttermilk.
Everybody is different though.
Even Buttermilk answered my question.
Dating
Buttermilk, and you weren't, and he still answered the questions
because he was my friend.
And he still answered the questions. Do you understand?
Oh,
There's
Lord.
a problem when you don't answer basic questions. Okay, did you grow up in Waukegan?
Everyone's different.
Well, what city did you grow up in?
Everyone is different.
No, it's not everyone's different.
Yes,
and your last name,
is different.
you should be able to tell me, because if I chose to, I could just do a background check on you and find out myself. But I'm trying to hire
But how are you going to do a background check without a last name?
I can just follow you and find out information.
See,
and boop, boop,
this
boop,
is why.
But that's what I'm saying. You can either be fourth,
FBI, CIA agents for no reason.
And I should be. But you could be forthwith and just answer, or I could find out something you don't want me to know. Now, which one is it going to be?
But see, I think I would have a problem with someone asking me all those questions as well. I'd be like, what do you need to know all this stuff about me for? First of all, I'm not dating you.
True that.
So why are you asking me
But we
all
do
these
a lot
questions?
of things where we do things together.
This is true.
And
I'll allow him to time. And furthermore, the environment in which you asked those questions was not conducive to answering. We were at church during
No, that's not when I asked that.
OMG.
No, I asked that at our Thanksgiving dinner. That's when I asked it, and that was conducive because we were there.
Even at, you talking
yes,
about that
he was. Yes, he was. And that was open. We were having fun and relaxing. That's when I asked those questions. So don't even try that. I don't sit there on the initial and ask you 20 questions. I've at least seen you at least once to 2 times before. And now when we're in a setting, when everybody's sitting down and relaxing, that's when I go for the 20. Not when I first meet you, so you can try that all you want, but that is not how that works.
Folks, my fabulous listeners, your family can hinder you from getting married.
Church, I was like, all I do is, hi, I'm her sister, I'm the best sister, blah, 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 blah. I just talk about myself on the initial. And you can like that or not if you want, but I'm going to say that. Then
maybe they got scared from you being so forward.
And it eats. Well, then that's the right attitude to have. Be scared because I'm going to come at you.
See, he was nervous. He was nervous this time, that time. He might be nervous next time. You never know. You never know.
Well, he answered the questions when Mom asked. So what you nervous about? And I was sitting right there.
I don't even remember any of that. I don't remember any of that.
Date time. I can tell you what was happening. But that's okay. My mind is a steel trap. But we won't go through all that.
Oh my gosh.
Being diabetic.
We're gonna move on to the next. We're gonna move on to the next one. Okay. So far we've covered. if you broke and you poor, you're not gonna get married. If your kids, some baby kids, you're not gonna get married. If your family is crazy and off to the left, they're not gonna marry you either. Now piggybacking off the kids, if you got baby mama or baby daddy drama,
oh yeah, I definitely would.
That can definitely stop you from being married. Like, who wants to deal with that? I know I don't. Would you like to deal with that?
No. That's I almost thought that was going to be a deal with thing too, but I was like, yeah. Anyway, the grandparents raised the kids, so that wasn't even necessarily an issue. But like I said, didn't really have it. I was like, hey, and then they wound up going through some